This is the third generation from a seat, from the original. They say all the time, Gallipoli, Australia, back to Gallipoli again.
So some soldiers just grab some seeds?
Grab some seeds, you know, to keep it, because one single tree means like for them.
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
So sent them, or the families they planted, you know. The main Australian memorial called Lone Pine. The positions at Lone Pine, or before that, ANZAC Cove, down this way, ANZAC Cove. It's about a kilometer from here. Sula Bay, the same direction. ANZAC battlefield, whereabouts all took place after the Lone Pine to all the way up. And the high ground, Chonak Bay, it's about 3 kilometers up there, and all the way down to the Cape Helles, where the British French landed, and then just where we started, the Channel, the Dardanelles, or the Narhart, you know, the final things for Allied forces. Okay, please follow me. We got another one actually here, the single tree, the single pine tree, but this one, symbolic one, no connection from the original one.
It's huge.
Planted by the War Grass Commission, 1965. Okay, the positions at Lone Pine, whereabouts they were. Australian position, end of the cemetery. Trees are, the bushes are all around, you know. The Turkish position at Lone Pine, where the names are roughly.
Really?
So today, between two Lone Pine cemetery. Okay, but the position here, already you know, not for a couple of days, till August, from April to August, like about 3 or 4 months, exactly on the same positions at Lone Pine. But what was happening again from the beginning till August? Remember, stalemate, shortly, deadlock, and then the British generals quickly organized like a new plan for Gallipoli, their last plan, last chance, August offensive, 6th of August, 20,000 fresh British troops landed at Sula Bay. The plan, just imagine like this is Sula Bay.
Yeah.
This is all ANZAC, so doing all ANZAC, so now we are at the end of the ANZAC line here. So the idea is when they landed all together, they charge from everywhere.
Yeah.
From each position, from everywhere, you know, to the Turkish positions to capture, if they succeed, easily capture the high grounds just up there, you know, Chonak Bay, if they succeed, as you know, what was happening after that, you know, that was the plan. But what happened actually here during the August offensive, Battle of Lone Pine by the Australians, but we called for this one big diversionary attack at Lone Pine by the Australians. Diversionary, not the real one, the tricky one. Why diversion attack at Lone Pine by the Australians? One of the reasons supporting the British landings to the Sula Bay, but another reason, more connected one, main one, end of the Turkish position at Lone Pine, like about half a kilometer from here. There was a big base, big Turkish base down there, where the supply food for ANZAC, and also for the Turkish reserve, the Turkish reinforcement. Most of the time, you know, they're based down there. They keep watching into the lines. If there's something happens, if they need help, quickly they move to the places. You know, Australians, they knew about the big Turkish base down there near the Lone Pine position, not too far. So the idea was at Lone Pine for the Australians, charge at Lone Pine, big charge, you know. So kept them all, the Turkish base, busy, especially the Turkish reserve, Turkish reinforcement, busy, engage all in the same position, stop them. Their duty was they stopped them to move to reinforcement other places, but especially whereabouts, right up the top of the high ground. This is the diversionary, but the real attack at ANZAC by the New Zealanders to all the way up the top to capture the Chonak Bay. So helping them, so open the way, so kept them all the Turkish reserve, no support actually up there, so easily capture the high ground. You know, that was a plan, or easy to understand. We can say like this: Australians doing at Lone Pine for the Turks over there. Hi, I'm here. Come on, punch me. So when they kept them all busy, it's a big punch on the same time. All happening right up the top of the Chonak Bay, you know. That was a plan. But what happened very quickly? The beginning of the Battle of Lone Pine, actually 6th of August, like around 5:30, 6 p.m. So Australian, but we're talking about not only a couple of them, not a couple of hundred of them, one Australian brigade. It's about roughly 3,000-4,000 of them. they all around in the position, they fix bayonets, ammunition off, and then they charge from their position to the Turkish position over there, big charge, and easily, quickly, all Australians, exactly they were, top of the Turkish position at Lone Pine. And then, what was happening after that, they jump into the Turkish position, the first touch, and after that was one of the bloodiest fighting actually for Gallipoli.
Right here.
Right here, after that, like this. Hand-to-hand fighting. We called the bayonet fighting most of the time. They were fighting here, bayonets, rifle, pistol, hand grenades, rocks, whatever, what they found. Not on the 6th of August actually here, 7th of August, 8th of August, and finally this battle was over when 9th of August.
Wow.
After 3 days, lasted like 3 days. But what was happening between 6th and 9th of August? Just imagine like this.
Boom.
Australians, when they charge on the 6th of August, succeed in a couple of days. Australians, they move. Captured some Turkish position at Lone Pine. And then, what was happening next day? Turks, they organized again. The big counter-attack up here. Got pushed them back again. Australians during the day, they organized again. The big counter-attack. Captured again. And then, Turks got pushed them back. What do you call it?
Back and forth.
Back and forth. Like this. Not on the 6th of August, 7th of August, 8th of August, and finally, as I said, this battle was over when 9th of August. So what was happening after 9th of August, after 3 days? Australians finally, they captured some Turkish positions and they end up 9th of August, whereabouts. So the tree at the back, now you look in the top of it, just behind the tree, where they end up after 3 days,
Wow.
So just imagine, they move
It's not very far.
to over there. But the point again for this battle was revolutionary at the beginning, but after 3 days, this charge at Lone Pine for the Australians became a great success, became a great victory for them, I believe. Why? 3 days, they kept them all busy. Most of the Turkish reinforcement, Turkish reserve, in this position. The Turkish officers, they understood that this attack at Lone Pine by the Australians, the real one, the big one, so the reason, that's the move behind the Lone Pine, not at the top, succeed. Why? They kept them busy. Çonak there, not heavily defended by the Turks. So 8th of August, early in the morning, New Zealanders actually captured the Çonak.
Really?
They were right up the top of the high grounds. But for how long? 9th of August, and finally 10th of August, the Turks were organizing more reinforcement from the other places. So 10th of August, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk up there, the big counter-attack at Çonak again by the Turkish hands. But this one, again, we're talking about Battle of Lone Pine. 3 days. Great succeed, became a great victory for the Australians. Australians get 7 Victoria Crosses, for an action at bravery, and the cost just for the version, how many of them? It's about 4,000 Turks, it's about 3,000 Australians. All total together, 7,000 of them killed, wounded, injured, during the Battle of Lone Pine.
Right here.
Right here in 3 days, The size of the Battle of Lone Pine. Just imagine the memorial, the cemetery, same size on the left-hand side, the same size on the right-hand side as well. Like kind of 2 or 3 football fields, the size of 2
Pitch.
places.
Yeah, I know that. I know what that is.
Yeah. Not too big area. All happened, So the reason today, why the main Australian memorial, because the reason most Australian casualties, and another reason, I can say one of the most important succeeds, in 9 months for the Australians, at ANZAC.
Was here.
I see this battle, So it's such an important place. Turks, they called not Lone Pine, we called Blood Ridge or Blood Ridge. What do you call Blood Ridge? For Gallipoli, you heard about all the time, British, the French, ANZAC and the Turks. But when you open them, because the British back then, the colonies, they used to all Australians, Welsh, Scots, Irish and Indians, Nepal, Gurkhas, Ceylon, all the colonies, and the French the same things as well, North Africans, like the Senegal, so all total together 31 countries.
Really?
Like in this campaign, 31 countries that involved actually in this battle, But what about Americans during the Gallipoli?
They weren't here.
Not here, but still, I can find for you a few connections. It's one of them. Just here. B.H. Armstrong.
Okay.
B.H. Armstrong, Australian says Australian battalion, but he was born California. Remember the movie, Mel Gibson's movie?
Yes.
The guy tried a couple of places and finally get in because lied about his age, changed his name, you know.
Yeah.
Like Kelso Smith.
Okay.
His real name was Kelso, but changed his name and served here under different names. You know.
How
But,
old?
I don't know. Maybe criminal problem. You
Yeah.
know, or not a problem. But the official minimum age was 18, 17 years old. I know 16 years old.
Yeah.
You know, like this. But what about the youngest one? How old he was? This guy, Martin J. or James Martin. He was only 14 years old. So the youngest of the ANZAC direction this county.
Wow. It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
It's very sad.
Yeah.
All of this is very sad.
Okay, what you can do, you can have a look. The inside, nothing actual, but we can still
Okay.
have a look, you know. So again, it
Perfect.
says all done 10 minutes, you know, Turkish time.
Okay. For me, whenever I visit cemeteries or places, hallowed ground like this, it just makes me sad that that this happened, and it just seems for what. But I think it's important to remember the brave men from both sides who fought and died here in World War I for the cause that they believed in. Gallipoli, a place that I read about when I was very young. I always had great interest in this battle, and now I'm finally here on the Gallipoli Peninsula, Dardanelles Straits, and the Hellespont, which is I'm going to be going across a ferry where all the great armies crossed the Dardanelles Strait, going from Asia to Europe and Europe to Asia, from, you know, even before the Persians, the Greeks, the Romans, everybody, the Byzantines, the Crusaders, the Muslims, the Ottomans. It's just a very interesting place. I'm just really happy to be here in Turkey and getting to know this country. It's very incredible. This is just my second day. Second full day in the country, and I'll be here about a month. So anyway, I'm going to finish the Gallipoli tour today and going to ancient Troy tomorrow. And I'm hoping that won't be as somber